Isang malaking awesome. And yan na nga guys. Hindi ko sasabihin, I told you so. Hayaan ko na lang kayo guys. Okay? So we have a lot of videos talking about the move that happened today. And ang pinaka-main thing na nangyari talaga is yung pinaka-prophetic talaga na sinabi ko sa inyo is yung ETF flows at yung higher for longer macro move na nangyayari ngayon plus yung treasury yield pressure na nangyayari. So, ngayon guys, I am going to elaborate what happened at saan tayo nagkamali of course. But also, we will be talking about our position, which is our 76,600 that I've been telling you guys. And also, the proof of that is, nung nandun pa lang tayo sa 78, ay may isang araw na hindi ako nakapag-live. Sinabi ko sa inyo na this will be our move. Okay? And that was in May 21. It's not that like a month ago or nung nasa 80K tayo. Pero when the confirmation was shown, okay, I gave a signal to you guys or a midterm signal na kung ano yung pwedeng mangyari sa atin, which is this one. So while we are pulling up this one is, ako nga pala si Jose Bern, I've been here since 2017. I've been trying to share you guys my wins and losses dito sa cryptocurrency since 2021. So this is the the date, 21, 22 Jan, or actually 21 pa rin kasi 6 AM. So no live, but I am leaving this here. So we were at the 78K kasi umangat pa to eh, nag 79, kala ko mali na tayo. But yeah, hindi man na-trigger yung stop loss natin, which is a strong rejection. Sinabi ko naman yun sa inyo. 82.3K. This is because of the reasoning na lang to ng mga tao, which is yung naging nangyaring sell the news, which is yung approval ng Clarity Act. And in-explain ko sa inyo ano yung approval, why the approval did not really kick through, bakit hindi siya naging positive, why there's no enough volume. So just watch my previous video about that, okay, which is this ones. So with this one, I've been still looking at the 56K, sinabi ko naman sa inyo, which is an early exit for this position. But if you were able to ride this at 78 or 77.7, given we are there, yeah, I'm very sure that you're sitting on a very positive position. Okay, ako 76,600 kasi the dump na nangyari, nung nag-pump siya, medyo binabaan ko kasi yung SL natin, hindi ko na set ng maayos. Ang nangyari is na trigger muna siya. So kakahila ko ng kakahila. So ngayon itinaas ko na siya dito sa my bearish order block natin. But yeah, we are sitting on a very negative CSID. So that is the reason why we are still plummeting down. So but it doesn't make sense also with our liquidity. Bakit tayo magpa-pump? So we just keep on going down while the stochastic RSI keeps on overheating, but the RSI is still going down. So it means, what is this? Do not fight the trend, just keep on going down, find any retracements, and please do not long the market. I've been telling you this for quite some time. And the prophetic na nangyari doon sa lahat ng sinabi ko sa inyo, yung pinaka main reason is yung ETF outflows. Okay, which is this one. Pinakita ko to sa inyo. Which is hindi ito yung pinaka-news nung time na yun, but nung nangyari na siya, May 26, we were talking about this May 24, 23, etc. This is very fundamental, no? Nakikita natin siya nung Bitcoin was around like 81K. Sinabi ko na on May 7, okay, with the previous days, reference about like do sa 82,300 na sinabi ko sa inyo do sa video, okay, now it's trading around near like 73,200 with a intraday low of 72,600, diba? Sinabi ko to sa inyo, that means that the market did not almost exactly did the bearish thesis that we had, na sinabi ko, babagsak to 70K, it's gonna retrace 70K. Maybe it's too early. Maybe I'm talking about this too early and it's not too late. Okay, marami magsasabi sa inyo na buy the 76 nung time na yun. No, buy the dump. It's just like a dump. It's just a retrace, etc. No, I really don't think so because there is no enough liquidity and there is an ETF flow. Buy fundamental Okay, we're talking about fundamental plus sentimental. This is a very strong combination. If people are seeing the ETF outflows and this is on paper, why are we going to fight against it? Why are you fighting the trend? Okay? So kahit sabihin ni Crypto Banter, nila Sheldon, na hindi long nyo. Kahit sabihin ni Coach Miranda, hindi long nyo. Hindi kahit sabihin ni ganito na mga perma bulls. Okay? We're looking at fundamental talks here. Okay? And I'm just like delivering you the message. Okay, wag niyo akong patayin. Ako lang yung nag-deliver ng message, and what actually really happened is the cleanest proof. If the ETF flow data na pinakita ko sa inyo, okay, is the real reason why we're dumping is because of this coin desk that happened recently and 2 days ago with a clear article na nagsasabi that the prediction that we had in 23 and nung unang weeks ng May is true. Okay? Na meron talagang 1.47 billion in outflows last week. Okay, with Bitcoin funds responsible for 1.32 billion on top of that. Okay, so even worse, the 11 US listed spot ETFs saw 1.26 billion of outflows that week kung talagang masugid lang kayo sa pagre-research at pagbabasa ng far side ETF outflows for Bitcoin. Okay, minus pa yung ETF for Ethereum ha. Okay, so roughly 1 billion exit the prior week. Okay, medyo hindi ko to na-catch up pero that should be like super evident. Okay, I know that's like not too big. 1 billion is not that big, but it is really enough to capitulate the market at the best times of the market. It doesn't have to be big. It just needs to be in a very timely manner. Okay, ito yung tinatawag na it's not a matter of how, it's a matter of when are we going to do it. Okay, and now it is already happening. So the cleanest proof of the ETF flow or the ETF data na pinakita ko sa inyo is this one, no? So itong news na to. So ngayon pa lang nire-report nila nila Coindesk pati itong NYC. So yeah. So with all of the other reason na sinabi ko sa inyo, alam ko marami pa ako ibang sinabi though. Ang totoong pinaka nangyari is yung ETF outflows. How I will rank it. Diba 5 yun eh. Number 2 is yung hot inflation killed the rate cut fantasy na sinasabi ng lahat. Na magkaka-rate cut? No, I really don't think so it's gonna rate cut. Ngayon, ito na yung susunod na target natin. Walang rate cut by June. And masasaktan ng lahat. Okay, then number 3 is yung treasury yields natin made cash and bonds competitive again. And it is going to be so alluring to the point where everyone will be trying to convert all of their gains, all of the what they can save into what? USDT, USDC, or USD1, which is ito nga yung pinopromote, is high yield probability at the times of turmoil or at the times of potential capitulation because we are in a decision factor. Okay, anything can happen. Pwedeng umangat bigla yung Bitcoin from here, but in a weekly time frame, we can see multiple. Nagprint na po siya for today. Okay, hindi pa naman nagko-close. We still have 3 days. I'm just telling you that from here, we have a red dot on our liquidity analysis. So we have this breaking down on the moving average and confirming or retrace week open below the EMA. So what does that tell you? Do not fight the trend. It is telling you that it's still going down and a potential retrace from the liquidity side. So what happens after that? And if it breaks, what happens? This is a very hefty candle, no? So ang ganda ng candle na to push up the market, and it did. What are the chances that we are now distributing that asset from here, then going down? And it is going to be super bloody as well for the altcoins. So, I hope that really actually help you out, guys. Wag na kayo magtanong kung ano yung nangyari. Hindi to dahil inatake na naman si Iran, etc. Guys, manhid na lahat ng tao doon. You are just looking for reasons. And when you type it sa ChatGPT or sa AI or sa Google, kung saan man, na ibibigay sa'yo ng AI. Syempre, of course, ibibigay nila sa'yo, hindi kasi inatake. Pero, you can see it on the technical analysis. We already crossed here. And this is a very cool indicator to watch out. So, ito, nagka-cross down na rin. Potentially crossing down, di pa naman. Pero you can anticipate since we have other indicators showing us a bearish move. we are crossing down the bullish intact, no? 80. Pag to nag-cross ng yellow na to pababa, syempre, of course, what's the next? The strongest is 55 or 50. Then, we'll be able to really see what is going to happen from there. Okay. Meron tayo equities din na prediction. It actually did not really work, but there is a AI move sa stocks. So, I've been telling you this, but still, it's happening. So, wala namang hindi nangyari doon sa 5 sinabi ko sa inyo. Pero ang pinaka-least na nangyari talaga is yung sa crypto's internal narrative was too scattered, or yung to defend the Bitcoin. Ang totoong nangyari doon is, yes, Bitcoin is not like that mabango for everyone. Definitely. Because nga, what is really happening after the Clarity Act, diba, it did not really push the market. Okay. So, lahat nagkalat sa stablecoins, nagkalat sa smaller caps because they're trying to chase gains and everything. Okay. That's the problem. Okay, that's the main problem if we're just looking at the cryptocurrency, no other reasons. Okay, but again, Bitcoin is not dumping because of the world suddenly hates Bitcoin, but I'm just telling you, it is dumping because of the people who were supposed to buy the dip, okay, are busy buying other AI trades or Bitcoin ETFs because they see it is more like cheap and a discount, tinitingnan nila. Pero also, we have to look into the other fundamentals or macro reasons, which is yung total tree natin. Also, like SPX is like still going up, no? This is our first red candle for the day. We still have like 1 day and 7 hours to close the weekly candle. If this closes bullish, then it's still going to be bearish for Bitcoin for the meantime because they are uncorrelated right now, not correlated to each other. They are depegging for each other. For the meantime is because of the AI sector. Sinabi ko na to sa inyo. But with the proper way of, I should have actually told you, syempre, ano lang naman, speculation at hindi naman siya talaga clear, no? Yung, ano natin, nagiging prediction natin, how I would place it is yung inflation is hot muna, then Fed is going to, cannot cut, or Fed is not going to cut, prediction natin for June. Then yield should stay high for USDT so that the money stays in crypto or digital assets. Then ETF, okay, investors will pull money from that, then probably flow it into USDT more. Then Bitcoin loses institutional bid is because umihina na nga yung ETF sa Bitcoin. So that's gonna push down the Bitcoin even more, pushing the USDT dominance to be a new fundamental thing to watch out so that we can predict the market even accurate, okay, than the usual how we look at the USDT, USDC. So I've been watching out this. Ewan ko napapansin niyo yun sa mga live ko. Etong dalawang to lagi nandyan. Then AI stocks gonna keep the future tech capital, of course, and will hold this traditional market because we are into AI chips and we are into what liquid cooling, so mga micro laser, etc. So check MVIS, okay, sa stocks, okay, microvision, and lahat ng nagtotalk about laser and precision companies, yung mga ganyan. I think it's going to be super bullish in the next 10 years. Okay, but it's not a financial advice. It's just a usual thing that happens every now and then, and for the last since 1990s, when everyone is not believing about the S&P, the Nasdaq, etc. and everything. Okay, but in the end, okay, everything still go back to Bitcoin. It's because USDT is not real, and they can keep printing. Then they will see that Bitcoin is not mintable, and we cannot print more. So they go back to Bitcoin. This is just a usual rotation. So we just have to be patient. Ito talagang usual course ng market, and this is the so 72.7. So bumabagsak na naman. Okay, just like right now. Okay, I've been predicting 70K yesterday. Now it is happening. So I've been telling you this, guys, 3 beses na, sunod-sunod na sa thumbnail natin. Hindi naman ako nagki-clickbait lang. Ina-explain ko naman sa inyo. Ayaw nyo ng 1 hour. O eto, 20 minutes lang. Bite size. Nasa sa inyo na kung papanoorin nyo. Pero again, guys, chismis lang ang lahat ng yan. Kailangan nyo pa rin aralin, planuhin, at kilusan. Nang sa gayon, ang lahat ng to ay ating makamtan. At syempre, guys, stay awesome. Goodbye. And also, big shoutout sa mga nandito sa ating previous videos, of course. Big shoutouts before I end this video. Big shoutouts sa mga nanood, 140 viewers. Okay, we have ako si Ever, si Larry Shah, big shoutouts kay Bahala Na, kay Reynold Camero, big shoutouts kay Wakako TV, kay Share Ko Lang TV, kay PJ Balaski, big shoutouts. Kay Reynold Camero. Yan. Big shoutout sa inyo guys. And of course, guys, just comment awesome, like what, with 3 O's sa gitna, okay? Para malaman ko talagang nanonood kayo. Have a great night and stay awesome. Goodbye.